Hello, everybody. On today's show, we look at the Tigers' close victory last night versus the Georgia Bulldogs. And Reggie Chatman debuts his new segment, so you won't want to miss that, what he has to say today.
No, sir. And with National Signing Day just a week away, we're going to look at how this LSU recruiting class is shaping up and show you one of the craziest optical illusions in sports.
It's probably crazy. It's the start of a new semester, and there's nowhere we'd rather be. Well, there's probably plenty of places we'd rather be. But anyway, thanks for joining us. Sit back, relax. The show starts now.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first edition of the Wednesday Sports Show. I'm Taylor Curette, and there's no place I'd rather be, Brian.
Oh, yeah. You said it better than I did, apparently. Well, I'm Brian Pellerin. Welcome to the show. Taylor, it's great to be back on the desk with you for another semester. You know, yeah, we had a web show last year, so you probably didn't see it. But if you did, welcome back.
Welcome back.
But following last night's nail-biter between LSU and Georgia, we're just going to have to go and jump right into the semester with the LSU basketball team. The men's basketball team is heading to the final stretch of the season with just 11 games remaining, most in the conference with the exception of Oklahoma this weekend, which Reggie will talk about later when he gets his segment. The now 13-7 Tigers got the ball rolling on a tough week last night versus the SEC East foe Georgia Bulldogs. The Tigers, winners of 3 of their last 4, welcomed the SEC's 6th-ranked Georgia Bulldogs to the PMAC. The Tigers started the game with some shooting woes, but eventually picked up the pace, taking a 3-point lead into the half at 33-30. The game marked the most free throw attempts by an LSU team in over 30 years, as the Tigers attempted 55 shots from the line and made 37 of them. A not so great 67% from the line there. Those misses caught up to the Tigers as an 11-point lead with 50 seconds to go. Got trimmed down to just 2 with 15 seconds left. Lucky the Tigers. For the Tigers, the Bulldogs missed the game-tying shot, and the Tigers walked away with an 89-85 win. Ben Simmons and Tim Quarterman tied with the game-high 22 points, as Ben was able to secure his 15th double-double of the year. Now, Taylor, there's been plenty of talk about this Ben Simmons kid since he last made his intentions known to come to LSU a year ago. What have you really thought from the kid so far? You know, has he really sold you on his talent?
Are you kidding me? Of course he sold me. The kid's averaging 19.8 points per game, 12.7 rebounds. As a freshman, that's leading the Division I freshman. And nearly 5 assists per game. This guy, he's a once-in-a-generation talent. We knew that come in, and he's leaving no doubt in our minds. He's been very impressive.
It's really his vision is what has amazed me.
Absolutely.
Really incredible.
Absolutely. Let's segue over to the LSU baseball team. They take the field at Alex Box for the first time in under a month when the Cincinnati Bearcats come to Baton Rouge on February 19th at 7 o'clock. The team looks to exercise some of the demons that haunted them last season on their road to Omaha. The team will look drastically different from last year's team with stars Alex Bregman, Mark Laird, Andrew Stevenson, and more all getting the call to the big show in the MLB draft. Rest easy, though, Tiger fans, as both Alex Lang, the NCAA best freshman, and Jared Poche will return to the bump to be this year's Friday and Saturday starters. In addition to Lang and Poche, the team added some JUCO and transfer pitchers to compete for the tough Sunday pitcher job, something last year teams lacked. Now, Brian, I had the opportunity to travel to Omaha last year and watch last year's run, but it's going to be a very different makeup this season. A lot more pitching than hitting, probably. Absolutely.
They lose a lot of the hitters you mentioned before, like Bregman. It's a pitching-based team. You go with a guy like Lang and a guy like Poche to set you up Friday and Saturday. I mean, you look at their ERAs, 1.97 from Lang, 3.05 from Poche. You know what you're going to get from those two guys. If you can get 2 or 3 runs on a Friday night, you're going to get a win from Lang. And if you can get 3 or 4 for Poche, you're probably going to get a win there. It really comes down to how they end up working out the bullpen situation.
Absolutely.
And this team could really be special if they can figure out an offense. That's really going to be the key as they go through the season.
The bats, you're right.
Absolutely. Well, the bowl season and national championship may be in the rearview mirror, but college coaches from around the country are busy getting ready for next week's crucial recruiting deadline. Now, as you can see, the Tigers are the head of the pack currently, according to 247sports.com, with 2 5-stars and a national best 15 4-stars. There's the list right now. Ohio State is nipping at their heels, and Michigan and Ole Miss still within striking distance. Let's take a look at the Tigers class currently. They got some commits already on campus, like Savion Smith and Michael Divinity. One of the best defensive classes of the past decade, absolutely. Lots of linebackers in here, which is a much-needed position for the Tigers going into next year. However, the team is still missing a quarterback commit. They don't quite have one yet. They got the offer out to Lindsey Scott, the Zachary quarterback. You've seen him a few times.
Oh, yeah.
He's been very good with that, and that's what he's really been able to do.
I like Lindsey Scott. He's got a good head on his shoulders, but looks like LSU may think Brandon Harris and maybe Danny Etling are the 2 competing for that quarterback job.
Well, the only one to get it is Jones. Does he know? Oh! Does he ever know? Now they're going to look at that again.
Like I said, my name is Reggie Chatman, and this is a big weekend in LSU sports as the LSU men's basketball team will be taking on the #1 ranked Oklahoma Sooners in the PMAC. So let me give you a quick rundown about this marquee matchup. This game is part of the 3rd annual Big 12 SEC Challenge, and this year is only the 4th meeting between these two teams ever. The Tigers of LSU currently hold a record of 13-7 with a 6-2 record in the SEC, behind who many believe is the #1 player in the country, Ben Simmons, who is averaging 19.8 points a game, 12 rebounds, and nearly 5 assists, which leads the team in each category. Now the problem is he's going up against the next best thing, offensive phenom Buddy Hield, who is averaging 25.9 points a game on the best team in college basketball, the Oklahoma Sooners. They're coming in off a win against Texas Tech, where Hield dropped a cool 30 points. Now, obviously, this is the biggest game at LSU basketball since Kentucky last year and would draw a national television audience. I wanted to see how real the hype was, so I went out and talked to some very interesting people about the game. Check it out here.
First off, what is your name?
Okay, Marcel
Can you wait, what is your last name?
Fournette.
Your last name's Fournette? So what do you know about this basketball game on Saturday?
It's against Oklahoma.
Booty.
Against Oklahoma.
Booty.
Against Oklahoma. Booty.
Sooner losers.
What does that mean?
Sooner losers. Sooner losers. Go Tigers. What?
I just want some sort of...
LSU, we in that thing. Ben Simmons going to drop.
They want to
double-doubles.
Oklahoma's #1. I think we have a good shot at it.
I think Salmon is going, going to prove his best this game. I think we're looking forward to see how he's going to have a breakthrough this weekend. I think he's the best player in the nation right now.
I heard they were doing really well this season, and the best maybe, something like that. Heard they were not maybe undefeated. I don't know.
How do you feel about the LSU Tigers playing against Oklahoma this Saturday? How do you think we're going to do?
I'd say I already made a prediction. I've bet on bwin.com. I put 100 to 30.
We just going to win it. What the score matter? It don't matter.
All right, yeah. How many points Ben Simmons dropping then?
Man, 30 at least.
Henry Shortis is gonna he's gonna score about as many. He's gonna score. He's gonna.
Yeah, Salmon is going to go 32 points this weekend.
That was something, wasn't it? Coming up after the break, Taylor and Brian show you why basketball players are considered some of the biggest people on earth. You won't want to miss it, so come on back.
It should be exciting this weekend. You know what else is exciting? The NBA. And we have this man we must tell you about. Boban Marjanovic. Very massive human with massive hands. This man plays for the San Antonio Spurs. Check it out, Reggie. His hand is huge.
What?
It's bigger than that guy's head. That's kind of uncomfortable.
He's a 27-year-old Serbian native.
The Canes?
Standing at a staggering 7 foot 3 inches, and he weighs in at 290 pounds. I don't know how many pounds those hands weigh, but it's making that basketball look like a golf ball.
Wow. Is that his wife?
I'm not sure.
That's his wife.
I can't
That's what
confirm.
understand is
I can't confirm.
How does that work?
That's his wife.
I believe it is his wife. I saw the pictures yesterday.
Where does San Antonio Spurs head coach Greg Popovich find these players? Is my question.
Twitter, probably. I feel like he was a Twitter phenom. I bet his hoop mixtape was crazy.
He goes through Reggie's Instagram
Janovich.
followers.
Marjanovic. His hands are huge. Hey, let's check out.
No, I'm hand comparison.
Yeah. No, we don't have time.
A little
for that.
wild for that.
Maybe next week. But that's all the time we have today. Thank you guys for watching. Tune in next week.
Yeah, hopefully by then we'll have a name. We'll have it figured out whether or not we want to be here. Reggie will come up with a segment, so maybe we can get it all put together for then. If you'd like to catch out more episodes, highlights from the games, highlights from our stuff, we got the baseball team's media day this week.
That's
Go
right.
on our website,
Friday.
TigerTV.tv, Instagram and Twitter, TigerTV_sports.
See y'all later.